What's going on? It's COLEV. So it's been a pretty fat minute since I hopped into rocket racing. Not because I didn't want to play the game or anything, but I literally have been super busy. Like the first 2 weeks, work was going crazy. Then I went on a vacation to a wedding. That took a while. Came back, started playing multiverses, but now I'm back. I've heard that they added a lot to the game. So what does rocket racing look like today? Right now, June 17th, 2024. We're gonna find out. All right, so we're here in rocket racing. I got a ton of items, a couple cars too. I don't know what's going on. No idea what's going on. So first off, let's check out the locker. Let's see what we got here. So got some new cosmetics for Admiral. This is one of the new cars. I don't know who is driving this thing, but I might. Got some more cosmetics for the Centio. That I saw another new car. Oh, there it is. The Nissan Fairlady Z. Kind of smooth. All right, we got some new decals for some other cars. Got some new wheels. And this trail looked pretty sick. It was the Star Wars trail. Not exactly sure how I got it. Can't lie to you. It might be some challenges that I completed and then I just got them. I have no idea. This is pretty sick. Blazer. But man, by far, like, this skin is so clean, bro. Man, if you got this, let me know down in the comments, man. All right, we got some new boost here. A couple new things. So overall, not too bad. Let's check out the shop now. Got the Lamborghini. I want to get this. I don't know. Maybe. Lightning boost. Man, they've had this thing forever. What just happened? And these wheels already have them. All right. See, quest. So we get a new version. Okay, this is for the Metallica event, of course. Got some new wheels, not the coolest wheels, but I mean, there's something, right? And of course, we got our typical daily quest. All right, the other thing that I heard was that they added like 6 maps. So let's check that out. All right, so we're in here. We got Thrash Mountain, Metallica. There's a lot of people racing this one. It must be a fun map. It looks pretty insane. I'm not gonna front. We're gonna get to it. Borealis, that looks pretty sick. Snow map, we haven't seen that yet. Shipwrecked, looks kind of like I guess kind of Anaconda-y, maybe Python-y. Looks pretty cool though. Alpine, not too bad. Buddy Beach looks pretty cool. And Mine Mayhem. Interesting. So I have no idea what place these are. I'm assuming the Metallica one's gonna be here in the expert level, but I do not see it there. Oh, here we go. I was looking at the wrong spot. Let's see. Do I see it here? No, it is not here. Is it a advanced track? It is not an advanced track. Maybe it's just a non-competitive track. Yeah, this looks like it's a non-competitive track. Interesting. I don't think any of these changed actually. Well, all right. Let's try out the new map, see how it is, see if they're going in the right direction. One of the biggest gripes I had about this game is that the maps, they just don't feel that good. Not all of them. I mean, there's definitely a good bit that feel good, like the new Python map, for example. That map feels great. I mean, it's not new anymore, but you know, it was new back then. It's just something about just a useless piece of space, you know, because you have the aerial mechanic, and that's what makes this game unique from other arcade racers, is the fact that you can fly, essentially, right? But you know, the big difference is that whenever you have all these tracks and you have these very intricate, cool looking loops and things, but then you could just fly right over it, it kind of makes that portion of the map like useless, you know what I mean? All the high level players they don't give a damn about how pretty the map looks. At least, I mean, they do, but like not enough to take that route and lose the race, you know what I mean? So making more maps that have these cool shortcuts, but don't completely take away from what the map has to offer. So far, this Metallica map looks pretty crazy. 3.1K. There's a lot of people. I mean, that's almost the entire amount of people in rocket racing right now, I think, right? We see that there is a pretty decent spike in the game. 11.4K is a lot more, you know. Oh, you can't see it. 11.4K is a lot more than I've seen in the past. Usually when I was on, I would get around 5 to maybe 7K. And you know, I don't know if that's just because it's also summer, so you know, people are out of school and all that stuff, or if you know, the game generally is getting better. I'm not too sure, but we're gonna find out, of course. Let's dive into that new Metallica map. All right, so here it is, the new Metallica map, Thrash Mountain. Looks absolutely diabolical, absolutely insane. Let's see what we got here. Gotta make sure I gotta hope my muscle memory kicks in, because honestly. Okay. right. That's pretty insane. Alright, muscle memory's kicking in pretty good. A little sloppy here, a little sloppy, but alright. This map's pretty cool so far. A little speed boost there. Nice. One lap, so it's just one long map. Oh, interesting. I see why it's not competitive. All right. Don't know what I did there to deserve that death. Here we go. All right, I'm pretty confident we'll get back. Get back the dub that we rightfully owe. Oh my lord. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even know what to do here. This is crazy. Dude, honestly, this would be a sick competitive map, man. Screw it. That was pretty sick. I'm not gonna front. That's one of those things where it's like, it's not really clunky, it's just literally what it is. You're on a freaking fretboard, brother. That's cool though, man. There's different ways you can kind of tackle that. That's sick, that's sick. I like that a lot. Oh, I'm following this guy. Where you going over here, buddy? Guy seems like he knows what he's doing. Let me follow this guy. Alright. No idea what I'm doing. Well, right by this dude. Oops. For some reason I thought we were turning that way. Flip there. Almost forgot the flips, man. Can't forget the flips. Alright, pretty clean drift. Oh, almost to a really clean drift. Not the greatest boost, but I kind of had to. Ah, and there's the race. Alright, we could have beat that guy. I literally don't know what this map is. Had like almost 3 boosts there at the end. That map was dope, man. I won't front. That map was sick. That's the type of stuff that you need to keep this game alive, man. That's the type of thing that you need. That's the type of, I don't want to say innovation, but more creativity that I feel like this game needs if it wants to thrive. You know, obviously, aside from, you know, that sort of thing, cosmetics, man, things to earn. I know that a lot of Fortnite is just revolved around buying stuff and buying this, buying that. The base game kind of already has that established. Rocket racing though, you need something else, man. So let the people earn things. And I see they're kind of doing that, right? But it's like, make the things at least kind of cool, man. It's like, I mean, I guess that's cool for somebody that's like 70, bro. Nah, I mean, it's kind of memey. You could kind of do it as like a meme car. That's kind of cool. But I mean, like these wheels, bro. Like, I mean, the black ones, I guess. But it's like these aren't that cool, man. And these wheels aren't new. You know what I mean? Those aren't new wheels. So I don't know. That's cool though. That map, man, if they could do some more competitive maps like that, man, that would be absolutely insane. I don't want to go through all the different maps in this video. I don't want to make it extremely long because, you know, I'm trying to answer the question, is the game still good? We won't know that until we get into a ranked race. So let's get into a ranked race. And I'm sorry, not is still good, but is the game good? I'm sitting at 1636. Unreal right now. Man, I don't even know what I was before. I think I was like 400, 500 maybe. You had to check my last video that I made about this game. But yeah, we're gonna find out. That race right there felt pretty smooth, aside from obviously that stupid death that I don't know why I died there in that game, or that is still in this game. Drives me absolutely insane. But yeah, so we're gonna find out right now, see how it feels. It felt pretty smooth in that map, but I'll know more or less how it really feels racing a map that I actually know. And of course, out of all the maps that it decides to give me, it gives me the map that I not necessarily dislike the most, but I'm just not good at this map, man. We're gonna do our thing though. Already a great start. Love that. We're here. Flip down. No, I'm just gonna play this chill. No, I'm not gonna go for anything crazy. I don't think I need to. I'm in relatively high on real, so I feel like I should be able to win this. But you know, you never know. You truly never know. You know, that was kind of a sick recovery. If you don't think so, then you know, you can go somewhere else. Okay. I lost the boost there. I do remember there is a shortcut. Oh, and I messed up. I messed up. But you know what? It's fine. It's all right. It's a-okay. I'm not in a very good place right now, but hey, you know, you do what you can. Do what you can in this economy. I'm just gonna use a boost here because why not? The little flip. All right, we're hanging with the pack. 6th place on this guy's dingle right now. Get off of me, please. Thank you. All right. I'm thinking I just boost there. Drift here. Up here. Let that thing go. That's a little bit of a smoother route. That was the opposite of smooth. It's fine. Doing really good on boost. I keep messing up the shortcut. You know, I said I'm not gonna go for anything crazy. So, you know, I'm just not even gonna go for the shortcut next turn. Alright. Doing pretty good. I think we're doing pretty solid on boost. Chilling at around 4th. Not too bad. First place is, oh my god, I'm living in the red. First place is, alright. We were doing great. We were doing great, and now I don't know what we're doing. First place is way up there. What I've been trying to say. Alright. Oh wait, no, first place is right here. What am I talking about? Alright, cool. We got the potential to beat first place here. I just gotta, you know, manage my boost correctly. And you know, that right there was the exact opposite of doing that. And I don't really know when I should be using these boosts here. But hey, you know what? 2nd place. What can I say? Not the greatest race, but a 2nd place coming out of retirement, essentially, from about a little bit over a month, honestly, since I played this. Not too shabby. Got me up, what is that, 100 ranks? 200 ranks, something like that. I already forgot. It felt good, man. The game feels good. I don't necessarily really have a problem either about how the game feels. All right, let me just break it down. Let me break it down. The game is not a bad... I mean, I was just about to tell you what the game felt like, if it was good or not. We want your feedback. I think that the game is somewhere in the realm of 2 to 3, right? It's an easy game. You can pick it up, you can race, and I get it. It's not designed to be this crazy, insane, diabolical game. I keep saying that word, that nobody could play, that it takes years to get good at. But whenever you're designing a game, and the biggest thing that I go back to is Rocket League, right? The creator of Rocket League, the creator of the Psyonix team, created a game that was easy to pick up. Anybody can grab the game, anybody can load up Rocket League and have fun. You suck, but you also play against somebody that sucks. The matchmaking, as far as who it paired you with, was really good. Most of the time you didn't go up against somebody crazy unless, you know, you went up against a Smurf. That was a thing. It's still kind of a thing, but it was really a thing back then. You would go up against, every now and then, go up against somebody that's just extremely good, top tier level player, and you're just down here in silver trying to get through. You're just trying to eat, bro. But what they did was they created this game that was really easy to pick up and play, but extremely hard to master. And what that does is it creates an easy entry for people that want to try the game out, and keeps people for the potential that you can get to, right? Rocket League is a massive game. It's one of the biggest esport games, right? And the difference between somebody that's played 10,000 hours in Rocket League compared to someone that's even only played 1,000 is an astronomical difference. It's so big. It's like going here from the earth to the sun. It covers such a large distance, it's not even funny. It's a big distance. So Rocket League has something that not a lot of games have, and it's easy to pick up, hard to master. Very simple. Something just like chess. Easy to pick up, anybody can learn the game of chess, but if you want to really be good at it, it's gonna take you years. You're not just gonna be a chess master right out the gate just by knowing what the pieces do and how they move. Rocket Racing is in this state where it's a pretty easy game overall. And what made Rocket League, what made it so easy to pick up and hard to master, is the fact that the game was primarily driven on physics. Everything you could move every bit of the car in every precise angle that you wanted to. Anything you were doing in that game, how you were hitting the ball, how you were positioning your car to hit the ball, that's all you. 100% you. The game doesn't help you at all, right? Rocket Racing is different. It's a racing game. There has to be some type of assistance, right? If you're gonna do it in a traditional racing format. Let me get this on my screen. I think it's a 2. To answer that question, I think it's a 2. So with that being said, most people, I think, when they thought Rocket Racing, or not when they thought, but when Rocket Racing was announced, they thought it was gonna basically be Rocket League, but racing. And ultimately, that wasn't what it was. You know, you had this massive influx of players checking to see if that's what it was, and then a massive drop. Like if I had a chart, I mean, you'll see the player base was astronomical. It was way up here. And then literally a week later, or maybe 2 to 3 days later, it's all the way down here. So generally when you know new games like that come out, there is a steady decline, but it's not that instant. And I think what that was the initial people from Rocket League checking to see if it was Rocket League Racing, essentially. And since it wasn't, you know, a lot of people didn't like that. And that's fine. That isn't for everybody, you know. The game that we have here is a good game. It's a solid arcade racer. Dare I say one of the best. One of the best arcade racers, one of the most unique arcade racers. A cool spin on what Rocket League was. But that being said, the game isn't that hard. And you know, I make these videos, you know, showing y'all what to do, going from, you know, bronze all the way up to the highest you can. I was top 200, I was top 150. You could go back to my other videos and see that, but I went, you know, literally from the bottom to the top, and I did that in 7 days. I went from nothing to, or I went from bronze to the highest rank in the game in 7 days. Not necessarily top 150, but nonetheless, it's a pretty easy game to pick up, and it's a pretty easy game, maybe not necessarily master, but you're damn near that close. There's not a lot of meat to the game, okay? And they did try to add something. They added the air roll, which Rocket League has, but the air roll doesn't really do anything to the game. It's kind of a mechanic. I feel like they kind of threw in there a little bit. Maybe they're testing the waters back in the labs, back testing Rocket Racing, new features and stuff like that. But I feel like the lack of unique mechanics to, you know, move your car in a certain way, or the lack of difficulty in some of the tracks, make the game overall a little bit too easy. And that can kill a game, right? Like that, if people feel like they mastered a game, right? They already got to the top and they got there super fast, they're not gonna really want to play the game that much anymore. Because it's like, oh yeah, I got to the top again already, pretty quick, mastered the game, there's nothing really new to figure out. right? And there, of course, there's a few, mechanics in there that aren't necessarily designed, by the team, but overall, there's not a lot you can do. And I think that doesn't necessarily make the game bad. I do think it's a good game, like I said, but I think in order for the game to have some sort of lasting value, some sort of, we're gonna be here forever and it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be a fun ride, they need to either add way more difficult maps, just make the maps hard, man. People will adapt, people will adapt, and it won't be hard enough to where people are gonna quit the game. I think everybody can objectively say that most of the maps are pretty easy, right? They're not crazy difficult. That last map is one example of a relatively difficult map, and it's good. We need those. We need more of those. But you also need that map to feel good. You don't want it to feel like you're hitting sharp corners, and there's a certain flow that a race has to have. Not saying that there's necessarily anything wrong with that map. There's definitely some places that they can improve on, but that would be one way that they can, technically improve the game. Adding more mechanics to the car. That could be, another thing that will help elevate the skill ceiling, right? Raise the skill ceiling, make it a little bit more difficult to master the game. Add other various things on the track aside from boost. Add other things, make it more dynamic, right? Make it to where almost every race isn't the same. There has to be something to get people to want to keep playing the game. When it's kind of the same thing over and over again, it gets dull and it gets boring, and people end up not wanting to play the game anymore, and that's how they die, right? Rocket League has replayability because every match isn't going to be the same. Fortnite and all these BRs have replayability because every match isn't going to be the same. There's always going to be something new that's going to happen. Rocket Racing, it's kind of like you're racing the same map against different people, sure, but it's basically, the same thing. If you mess up early on, you have a chance to come back. You mess up late in the game, that's it, you're done, you messed up. But if there was other things in the maps, other ways that you can utilize your car, like maybe there's like a super boost you can use. If you charge all the way up, all 3 boosts, now you can use this super boost that takes you further. And now it's like, okay, do I save up for the super boost? Is it worth saving up for the super boost before I hit that finish line? Will I have enough time to save up to the super boost so I can cross the finish line before that guy? It gives more scenarios, more ways to end that don't make it RNG. That's the one thing we don't want, right? You don't want an RNG game, unless you want it to be Mario Kart. I mean, but then there's Mario Kart for that. But if you want a relatively competitive arcade racer and you want it to last and you want it to grow ultimately, right? Because you want it to grow. You don't want it to just be there and then it just kind of sits there. You got to add new stuff, man. And you got to make the skill ceiling high enough for people to want to stay and for it to be intriguing enough to bring people in. But yeah, I don't know. This video is going way longer than I anticipated it was gonna go, but that's my verdict. Is Rocket Racing good? I think it's a good game. I really do. I really, coming from, I don't know how many hours I have in this, probably upwards to 300 hours, 400 hours in the game. I think it's a fun game. I think it's a good game. It's just not a difficult game, and I think that's what will ultimately kill it. When everybody gets the same skill level, it's like, it's not really fun anymore. There's gonna be nothing that's driving people to continue to get better because you already got to the top. So yeah. Anyways, I'm recycling stuff now. I'm saying things, but yeah, it's my opinion. Is Rocket Racing still good in 2024 at the middle of 2024? Yeah, it's a good game. It's just not a hard game. Guys, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all watching the video. More Rocket Racing videos in the future. Other games, of course. I've been playing a crap ton of multiverses, so if you do like multiverses, go check out that video that I posted. There's gonna be more multiverses videos in the future. But yeah, love y'all. Take it easy. Have a good one.